I'm sorry, committee members. I'm sorry, Baba. Let's put our hands together once more time and thank the committee members for an amazing job. Ndazwa mururu chete ndakunzwa muridzo. Ndiri kufara chaizvo kuti tiri pano nhasi tichiungana, tichionana, tichizivana, kunyanya zuva ranhasi tauya nevana vedu vanogara mhiri kwemakungwa vakazarirwa ikoko, not because vaida kuzarirwa ikoko, asi kuti ancestors avo akatorwa nguva yemaslavery. Ndakambokuudzai one of the times atakauya kuti vachauya kubva kuAmerica kuzokuonai. I remember mwakomuna achiti vangabve kuAmerica kuya kwatiri isusu kuno kwaRusike kubva kuAmerica kwese kunikati vachauya. Nhasi tinavo vamwe vacho. Saka ndakatange nekuva introducer. Uyu mukuru ndiye ari kuti sadza rese ndosaka akakura Zimbabwe. That is Venom Sims from Seattle, Washington. Let's put our hands together for him. Oh, Venom Sims, S-I-M-S, is from Seattle, Washington. Next to him is my brother, Christopher Makondera, Vanuvakuno. I'll let him introduce himself. Where are you from?
Okay, Kansore America. Nonzi Christopher Makondera. Murozi, anobva kuTuese. Jewa, Mumaranda. Vakapera kufanenda. Ndiri chizvarwa chemuno. Atapedza nguva yakawanda ndiri kupi? Ndiri mhiri kwemakungwa. Ukashaya kushambadzira nyika yako, hapana ngazviterere kuti kwakaita sei. So ndo zvatiri kuita naambassador, vanga vachitove pamberi pacho nehwaumbanda vachitaura kuZimbabwe. Zvinoti kataiwa vangangoda varega totitsinhiro tiri paside. Ndosaka tiri pano.
So I have to tell you, Venom and the next one I'm going to introduce, they cry very easily. So you have to forgive me if you begin to see some tears. Venom has goosebumps about everything now that he's home. Next to me, I have Dr. Lee Whitaker. Dr. Lee Whitaker was born in Texas, but he currently practices medicine. He's a family physician in the US Virgin Islands. Dr. Lee Whitaker, he has a good present. I see the nurse out here. Yes. Him and his wife, they have a good, nice little present for you. You're going to be very happy. Yeah. Dr. Whitaker, you want to say what?
I can never get enough of the words thank you, and I can never get enough of your smiles. I really appreciate the warmth reception you have given to each of us. And I don't say this very often, but God had blessed me on one occasion in my life to be the personal physician to Nelson Mandela. I wrote a book about it so I could prove it. But I want you to know that I'm here because I have some of that Mandela in my heart, and some of that Martin Luther King Jr. in my heart, just to help our people who look like me and look like you. So thank you for accepting it.
I noticed, Venom, I didn't give you a chance to say a word.
I have an expression that I call a love tsunami. And we have 90 families here, And we have, which way is America and the rest of the world? We have 90 diaspora who are ready to come and partner with you and be here with you and share with you and grow with you. And that's 90 different love tsunamis that are born because of our mother right there. Please, please, please. Thank you.
Next, we have the Vice President of our organization, African Diaspora Development Institute. His name is Damian Cook. I have to share a little joke with you. You know, we'd have these Zooms, and when you started joining the organization, he would be logging in. And we have some very interesting African diaspora. No, Ambassador, this organization is only for black people, no white people. So they would kick him out of the platform because they thought he was white. Until one day he got sick of it. So he responded on the platform, he says, I am not white, I am black. And he posted a picture of his mother. And that's how he killed that conversation. Damian Cook is from Jacksonville, Florida. Damian.
I am so very happy to be here. We are the descendants of those that were formerly enslaved. And all they ever wanted to do was go home. Our ancestors only wanted to go home. And as I discovered and started learning more and more about my people on the continent, I felt that it was necessary that I had to be the representative of our ancestors that have passed. So I carry them in my heart. And as I hit this continent, I release them to the continent, back home to where they belong. And we so look forward to working with our family because we are home. And to continue this process of growing, developing a relationship. I look to develop a relationship with each and every one of you because there are more behind us that are coming. And they're coming because they want to come home. And they love you all, as we do.
To my right is somebody that you must know, nurses. This is Dr. Cassandra Whitaker. Dr. Cassandra was born in Georgia, right? Alabama. But she, for some reason, I don't know why, every time I turn around, she is following my brother. I'm like, can you please leave my brother alone? She won't leave him alone. This is Dr. Cassandra Whitaker. She's married to Dr. Whitaker. She delivers babies. She is an obstetric gynecologist. So they're looking forward to visiting you all. Hopefully there will be some babies to deliver. Dr. Whitaker is hoping there'll be some babies to deliver and some patients to see. Dr. Whitaker, she also now lives in the US Virgin Islands, and they're practicing medicine there as well. When I was talking to my brother Whitaker, I said, why did you go to the Virgin Islands? He said, Doc, I was so sick and tired of being in the United States. I wanted to go somewhere far away, and that's as far as I could get. So now, because the door to come home is open, he says, we're coming home. On that note, Dr. Whitaker, you have the floor.
Okay. I am humbled to be here today. Thank you to the Chief and my dear sister Tete, the ambassador, who invited us here. And thank you to all of you for this warm welcome that you have given us, because truly we are home. And I can tell everyone come because the welcome and the warmth and the love is here. And we're thanking you for inviting us to our new home. And we're so happy and just looking forward to just being around our new family all the time. Thank you.
Next to us, I think some of you may have met her. You know, whenever you come together and you're trying to do things, in this world, you always need somebody very, 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 very smart to make sure that every corner is covered, every angle is covered. So we have our own lawyer. Her name is Rachel Chibaya. And Ms. Rachel, I'm going to let you introduce yourself. She has done a tremendous job in getting all our registrations and all our documents done. So even the relationships that we are going to create between the families and the diaspora, she's going to draft those documents and whatever else is needed. Attorney Rachel Chibaya, you have the floor.
Maitabasa. Pamsoro ishe, pamsoro yana mai, pamsoro yana baba. Ini ndiri chizvarwa chemuno, ndinobva kumasvingo. Ndimwera shumba masvanda, masigwede, tiri gweta. Ndiri kushanda naambassador tichivabatsira kugadzirisa mapepa ese ezvinodiwa kuti zvinhu zvedu zvifambe negwara rakanaka. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome our brothers and our sisters from America who are here today. I'm sure they are happy to see you and to meet you all. Ndinotenda.
And of course, we can't get anything done unless we have a secretary who puts it all together. Next to us, we have our sister, Tembikile Chimombo. She's our secretary, and she's the one that you're all going to be looking up to. Anything you need, you give her a call. Committee members, you must make sure you know Tembikile's phone number and email. She's the glue that's going to keep us all together and make sure that as we move forward, we're moving forward as a single unity, like a well-oiled machine. Tembikile.
Pamsoroi vachekora. Pamsoroi ana baba ana mai. Sezvamanzwa ndinonzi Tembekile Chimombo. Ndinogara muHarare, ndokumusha muHarare. Zvekumusha handina, asi aiwa muHarare ndokumusha. Saka takati changamu. Handina hangu zvakawanda zvandichawedzera kana kutapudza, zvakawanda zvadini zvataurwa. Asi kuti tingoramba tichikurudzirana kuvaka ukama watatanga tiri pamwe chete nekushandidzana tiri pamwe chete. Nekuti tiri chii? Tiri mhuri imwe chete. Aiwa maita basa.
And last but not least, remember last week, for those of you who are going to attend the webinar, there was a question that was posed by quite a few diaspora. And of course, remember, we had a webinar with all the committee members. So there was quite a few who said, we are also saying, you cannot be adopted. The adoption is a symbolic adoption. You cannot be adopted if you are from Zimbabwe. We had also said you cannot be adopted if you are from Africa, because we are only wanting to adopt those who don't have homes, those who did not choose to be born outside Africa. But then there was an outcry from the diaspora who are not from Zimbabwe. They said, but if I'm from Congo, but I want to go to Zimbabwe. Why should you prevent me from coming to Zimbabwe? So there were several who wanted to be Zimbabweans. Well, today, when that question was answered, he was not supposed to come here. But after that webinar, he bought his ticket. He said, Ambassador, I'm coming. The chief spoke. I want to be the first one. I don't want them to change their minds. Last but not least is my brother, Thomas Hochi from Cameroon. He's an engineer. He lives in San Francisco. He's been living in San Francisco for over 30 years. For some of you, have you seen the San Francisco Bay Bridge? It's a big bridge, one of the biggest bridges in the United States. He was one of the 2,200 engineers who worked together for 14 years to build that bridge. And as we were talking about coming here, I told him about the turnoff from the road. And he is very much into road safety, and he continues to work for the California highway system. They maintain the bridges and the highways. And he was talking about we must come to Zimbabwe and build roads that are safe and will prevent accidents. So I was telling him about this road. So he has decided that's going to be his first project. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Engineer Thomas from Cameroon via San Francisco, California.
Thank you, everybody. And once the ambassador speaks, I'd never say anything anymore because she says it all. Okay, I am just a follower of the ambassador. Whenever she says Thomas go, I don't ask why and where. I just stand up and go because I know that she will never lead me to not promised land. So that's what we are. And from where we take the asphalt road to this point is 4 kilometers. And I was asking from here to where she wants to have a chalet, how far it is. Somebody says about 2 kilometers. It's okay, about 7 kilometers. We're looking at it. We're not gonna put the asphalt on it, but we'll put something that there will be no more dust. Put something where when it rains, there will not be mud as well. There will be no mud, no dust during the dry season. And that is for where we're gonna come back later, who knows, and pave the road later on, who knows. Maybe another generation will come and pave it, but at least we'll make sure that that is fixed first. So that is why I'm here, just to do that. Thank you.
Holding the camera is also another son of Zimbabwe. Some of you may know him, and he lives in South Africa. He lives in South Africa, and he's a voice for the voiceless in Zimbabwe. Some of you may have seen his videos. He has been really speaking out viciously about sanctions. In fact, he is part of a team of lawyers and citizens who have sued the United States, who have sued the European nations for the illegal sanctions against our country. Yes. He is an avid, strong Pan-African. And when I tell you that we have a voice, we truly have a voice. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming our son. And I know I'm thinking of the last name. Rutendo Matinyarare. Yeah, Rutendo Matinyarare. It's a long one. Rutendo Matinyarare. But you use yourself as Pachedu Tofiranyika. So that's what I was remembering. Pachedu Tofiranyika. But I knew I had to use Rutendo. Ladies and gentlemen, Rutendo Matinyarare Tofiranyika.
Tinatenda zvikuru komiti vana mai vana baba tinotenda zvikuru nekuti kuregera tichiuya pano. Tinotenda kuti imimi ndimakatirera kuti tinge tichiuya takamira panapa tichiita basa ratiri kuita, uyezve tiri kufara nebasa ramuri kuita panapa, huku dzamakachengeta. Tinoda kutenda kuti ticharamba tichiunza vanhu vacharamba vachiita mabasa nemi tichivaka iyo nyika iyoyi nokuti tichavakwa nevene vayo.
Saka ndo vana venyu vatovaenda vanasi. Uku ndiko kutanga. Zvinambe nokuti vomwe mwese makadya manonoko. ndakanganwa. Yes. Pane pananda takuti tichibuda nobva pasvika imwe motikari pamba. Pana vamwe mai vabuda imomo vanga vakachena stereki vakapfeka heti yeblue. So ndikabva ndati heti iyoyo indoidawo. Zikanzi heti ipi yacho? Ndikati ko imwe heti yamunoona ndeipi kunai mama? Zikanzi handisi kuona imwe heti. Ndikati ko iri pamusoro penyu. Zikanzi aho muri kurevai. This lady was one of the first sisters pagomo. You know how difficult that was? Kuti uve sister pagomo, kuti uve nurse pagomo. She's the sister to our brother Christopher Mapondera. Nurse ava vakachengeta vanhu vakawanda pagomo. Vago deliver vana vakawanda pagomo. History yavo kana imufa watotodzidza hapana zveutano zvavasingazivi. And kazhinji topedza tichikanganwa vadii vakuru vedu. Ndo vanhu vamunofanirwa vachipota muchitaura navo muchiudzwa kuti zvinhu zvakange zvakamira sei, uye kuti especially imimi vanodhilivhara vana ava vanoziva mamethods ekudhilivhara vana ekuti kana kuchikora ava vadzidziswa. Ava vanodzidziswa kunzi mwana akaramba chitoitai siza. Ava vaiti masiza. Pane matrika avo ekuona kuti mwana wacho akuda sei pasina siza. They won't teach you, but if you hang around, she'll give you the tricks. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming our sister, real sister, nursing sister, Mrs. Mapondera.
Pamsoro wa chief na mai. Pamsoro komiti yasumuzwa. Pamsoro vana baba na mai. Ina handina zvizhinji zvandingatauri. Ndangoyose mweni ndichifamba naye baba pamusana pe panzvadzi yangu. Tiriwe paMapondera hanzvadzi yangu yataura. Sekuru wedu ndivo vaMapondera vamwe vakarwisa hondo munyika muno. Kuno vaimboteerera paindependence mainzwa varivo vamwe vevanhu vanotaurwa kuti misoro yavo yakaendeswa kuEngland. And iye zvino kuno kuorganiza kuri kuda kuitwa kuti misoro iyoyo yana Mashaya Mombe vana Mapondera nevamwe vakadaro idzorwe kuno kumusha. Ndinovimba kuti basa rakatangiswa muno richaramba richikura kuitira kuti tirakidze vamwe kuti zvechokwadi munhu mutema anokwanisa kuita kubudirira. Mazviita zvenyamba sei?
Yes, so I'm just asking to stand up and introduce yourself.
Pamsore vachigegora, pamsore committee, pamsore ana baba dana mai. Ini ndinoitwa Mandlenkosi Mapondera. Ndicheto wangu awo ndi baba. Ndauya ndakatsigirawo mabasa anoitwa nababa muchidzidza nokuona nokuvaka ukama. Tinotenda.
Ndo vana venyu vatava navo. Iyi ndiyo yatinoti inonzi chitimu yekutanga iya inonzi timu yekutanga inenge ichinoona kuti zvakamira sei. Advanced team. Saka ndiyo advanced team yenyu yauya kuti vazoti tauya kuti tiuye kumusha tizoita kushandira pamwe. Zvino vamwe venyu mese makadya mhanonoko and macommittee members vakaita zvechitsotsi zvisingabvumirwi asi vakazviita. So kutanga nadeputy chair zvakabva zvanzi uyu ndiye wangu. Zvino vice chairman vakatotorwa vatove namai finish. Zvikanzi sikanzi na well akanetsa manje ndi uyu sikanzi aini mambo ndo vangu mambo ngavatondida zvino my brother I don't know mambo havasati vandudzwa kuti vanokuda kana kuti havakude asi mambo zanzi mambo ndo vangu and then sikanzi nyangwe takaroorana zve uyu nobva ati mungandise pamwe chete nemurume wangu ini ndiri ndega zvokuzorooranawo takazozvito asi ndandiri ndega ndolo yangu ndega family so uyu haana family ari kutotsvaga family toenda kuna Vernon. So Vernon nobva asangana nachairman pamakabuda pachairman chairman vangaita here baba vangu it's up to you amene kuti vachakupeya ndikati namusikanzi kayanoita iyi I don't know you may have to think twice let's see. So the ones who need adoption, it's Dr. Cassandra Whitaker, Dr. Lee Whitaker. If he gets his wishes, he was the chairman, and you are covered. Engineer Thomas, find a question mark. There's a question mark on you. So you have to get a special authorization to be adopted because you can get land, but you can't be adopted. I'm a lawyer. So he says, I have a lawyer, we gotta deal with this. So we'll see what the lawyer says. But he has an advocate, and there may be some special concessions because I too am in the same category as you. I definitely cannot be adopted because I'm from Zimbabwe. So you at least you have a case to make. My brothers and sisters, right now as we speak, we have over 50 that have signed up to be adopted. So we are going to task the committee with also making a list of the families that are ready to symbolically adopt their children in the diaspora. We are simply saying they need a place to start, a place to call home in Africa, a place for their small huts, and they can come with their children and spend a week, 2, 1 month, but they need a place to start. You continental Africans, you don't have to deal with the issues that we deal with as African Americans. I said, what are those issues? He says, we don't know where we come from. You do. Something so simple. So I remember asking myself, have you ever wondered where you come from? Have you? No. No. Because you just know where you come from. Now imagine somebody from one generation to the other never knowing where they come from. That is sad. And we must put that to an end. And that conversation, not only is it starting in Zimbabwe, but it is going to start at Rusike. It is you all. It is you all who are saying insanity no more. We have the land. We have everything that we need. All we need is our children to come. Our children who have been blessed in various ways. And what is needed is very little. I think I spent an afternoon with the vice chair, and we talked at some numbers. For $1,000, you could really buy implements to cover a hectare of land. $1,000 is like nothing. So that partnership as a family, to then say, how can you utilize the land that is not being used? How can we bring productivity to that land? Our president had put out a clarion call. Nyika inovakwa nevenevayo. Venevayo ndisu. Saka ushandira pabo wachaita nema diaspora vana vedu. That is what's going to build Africa. That is what's going to build Zimbabwe. And above all, that is what's going to build the Rusike kingdom. So on that note, I want you all to know that I bring you a lot of love from the diaspora. The diaspora who are ready, willing, and able to come home and join your families and put an end to destruction that started over 400 years ago. Ndoda kuti zvinonzi mhururu nemuridzo nokuti zviri kuitika panapa paRusike hazvisati zvamboitwa anyway. Ndimi muri kutotanga kuzviita. Nyika ichapota ichouya uno kuzotira kuiva kwaRusike vakambozviita sei. Saka ivo vanhu ava pamusoro yavo yakamira sei kuti vafunge zvinhu zvakadaro, vagozvibvumira, vagozvigamuchira. Muri kuita zvakakosha. Saka mhururu nemuridzo for you. Handiti? So mhururuku. Committee members, makandishamisa nokuti first batch huku dzakafa zvimwe zvaitonetsa asi kuchinja kwamakaita. The second batch hardly any, 4% mortality, normally 6%. Makaita complete turnaround. Kati kweti, I remember patakauya kuzokuonai muchiti ambassador ngatitokurumidza idzimwe huku dziuye tipe 10,000 tanetseka nemavillages vachitibvunza kuti huku dzakaita sei, huku dzakafa sei, dzimwe dziri kuuya rini. You came together and you learned from the mistakes that were made. This last batch was beautiful. I didn't get to see it, but he was here and they took some pictures. They were beautiful chickens. And guess what? The next batch is 10,000 strong. And that should be coming in 10 days. And after the 10,000, the next batch is 20,000. We are doubling the chicks every 5 to 6 weeks. So I want you all to thank the committee members for the wonderful job that they have done. But above all, they could not have done it without the support from Watkegora. On that note, I'm going to sit down and thank you all so very much from the bottom of my heart.